eID tags or goat eID tags are actually not different from a visual tag at all, except that they have a very small microchip in them, just like we have for our other pets.
The chip inside represents hazard number, which is kind of like the sheep or goat's tax file number. And we can record that and use data to say, well, what is that animal doing for the business, or what is it not doing for the business?
So to be compliant, you just need to put the electronic tag in when the animal leaves the farm. Where you get your return on investment is actually capturing information and then using it. So if you're not prepared to do that, then that return on investment isn't going to be as great as if you were able to capture that information, and you've got to be able to make decisions with it.
For the producers that I work with, we've done this year on year, and we often find that there is between a $30 and $50 a head difference. So some animals might be worth $150 to your productivity, some might only be worth $50. And identifying those lower performing animals is so important.
From a vet point of view, it would be who are the animals who are costing us time in animal health? Who are the animals who've got fly strike? Who are the animals who've got a foot abscess? We can identify, or lambed and lost, particularly at landmarking. We can identify those animals, but sometimes that might be quite challenging to draft off half a dozen ewes or half a dozen wethers. But with eID, we can wand them throughout the whole year, create a file, and then once a year, we just have a bit of a hit list, and all the naughty boys and girls get sent straight away.
So one thing I have noticed with a lot of people is they've got a bit caught up with what equipment or gear that they may need to purchase. And as I mentioned, keeping it simple, you may only need a stick reader or Excel, and then building your confidence over time. And this is something that we do a lot within Sheep Metrics, is we help clients work out what it is that they need to capture when we capture it, and we can go in and help capture that information as well, and then provide the data back in a particular format that you might be interested in. I will say that tag placement is really important for retention, and if you want lifetime traceability and also lifetime data for those animals, having that information available to you. Placement of tags at landmarking time, I can't stress how important that is, and having people that are really good at being, and their attention to detail at placement is a tip that I think is very important.
For producers who are wondering, I'm just starting into eID, what do I do? Step number one is when always you order your tags, get a bucket list, because that gives us a record of the numbers and the drop. We can apply that at landmarking. The second one is just really simple, easy stick readers and using a draft list. With some stick readers, what you can do is you can get a list of your animals, say scanning data, your singles, twins, dries. You can actually put that into your stick reader and it actually can read it for you. So now you've got, for a couple grand, you've actually got an auto drafter, so you can go down the race with your tin of paint, twin, single, and you can dot them, dry, you can allocate them accordingly, which is great if you want to take advantage of that data, but even better if someone left the gate open and you've had a box up, and now you can put all those ewes back in and don't have to scan again.
The best way for a producer to get started with eID technology is get in touch with a local service provider. There are a lot of different avenues you can take. Obviously, buy your tags and put them in your sheep, and then identify what data you want to collect. And rather than going out and buying all the gear yourself, find a contractor that's got that gear and get them to come out and help you collect the data.
So a message for those that are afraid of technology: you can start simply. Most of you have got a mobile phone, so you've learned how to use a new mobile phone, and a lot of the equipment is relatively intuitive. So please don't be frightened of utilising it, and know that there is help out there. It's something that we do a lot with our clients. We actually go out and train our clients to be able to use it, or to the point where we may capture the information and then provide it back. So there's multiple ways that you're able to utilise the technology without having to do it all yourself as well.
With electronic identification becoming mandatory in sheep and goats, you might like to have a look into the data value add for using those electronic tags. There's a number of resources available that can help you with that process. There are consultants, and there's also a number of online learning modules on the New South Wales Government website, and we're also in the process of developing a few different kinds of workshops to help you with the fundamentals of how to use eID and how to use the NLIS system, as well as a bit more in-depth workshops of how you can then value add through the data capture process.